might be one of the currency pairs. Then what you do is you just think, right, well, if I've got this strategy mastered, how can I improve my profitability by adding another potential market or strategy that is simple, easy to execute, or easy to automate? So traders, that is really kind of a look at what we're, or a walkthrough of what we're looking to do. As I said, the mastermind group starts on the 11th of May. It is the purpose of that group, as I said before, is to look at what we've done and look at improving either our systems or look at or developing other strategies up, and sharing ideas and collaborating information to get the best out of what we're doing. So what you'll find from that group is it will send out a weekly update as to what markets are running hot, how they're performing on each of the strategies. So similar to, I'll just grab the information here, similar to what we've done with the DAX and looking at the multiple strategies there, we have, I'll just grab this information here for you now. So this would be a bit of a walkthrough of what we'll be sending out on a weekly basis for those people in the group, based really on the information we as a group put together. So the information will be used, or the information will be kind of utilized in MindJet. So I'll set up a map that we can use. So if we go out of here, I'll set up a V2 map. It'll be the mastermind map, and it'll be an open map, so you'll all be able to kind of access and put feedback into, and or create a like a section on the map. So it'll just be a living map, and from that information we'll be able to do things like take those details and I'll just show you here, take those details and distribute that to the group as a condensed manual. So this is some of the stuff we've done with the multi-system strategy. So it's all about, like, for example, if you're familiar with TradeStation, part of the key to setting up the strategy and watching it and trading it is putting, like, the same as what we would do with a trade plan, is putting the settings together. Now the settings, as I said before, need to be fixed settings that are tested at least over a 6-month period, 3 to 6 month period, and they need to be robust. So what we're looking to do is have those settings go out to people. So you'll see that as we go through, each of these strategies is giving an equity curve. Let's just go to I'll just pull this up. So we'll go to the DAX multi-system. So this is an example of what I'm talking about. These are the 5 strategies we've got at the moment. We've just included another one. So there is 6. So the breakout, momentum, cycle, the counter trend, and then you've got the trend trader. Breaking down the multi-system strategy results table, this is a breakdown per month, so each of the strategies, and you can see there that I've got probably 5, and I could potentially have 7 strategies in there that are running on just that one market. That's just trading one contract. So the power of that, as we know, is that the combined drawdown was $6,813. The maximum drawdown for one single strategy was $7,527.50. So we actually had a better result combining all 5 strategies together, or 4 strategies together, on our drawdown than trading just one strategy. So if you picked this strategy up and you said, right, well, I want to trade the cycle trader on a 987, so it's a big tick. I want to trade it from October through till April. Look, it made some good money. It made like 28,000 euro, but it had a good drawdown as well. Now, if you had have combined all of those strategies and traded one contract per per strategy on that market, your net profit, that should actually be 70, because I think Luke's included the $20,000 starting account amount, so that should be 72. And that's what, so it's gone from a profit of 28 to 72, and there's no money management with that at all. So there's no fixed ratio money management, no position sizing, that's just per contract. So it's really, and the goal for us is to weekly send out the settings of what's working well, which will be inputs we'll put into to our strategy. And you'll see down here that we've actually got an area on the, I'll just slow it down a little bit. We've got an area here that we've picked up that, let me just grab this, quickly go down here. You'll see that we've got our table of what markets are running hot. So I haven't got a lot of detail in this particular one, but what we'll do is we'll list the markets for that strategy. So for example, the cycle trader, these are all the markets that we could potentially trade on the cycle trader, and then we'll be issuing that information out as part of our weekly kind of wrap up about what's running hot, what's looking at the tick chart, the profit, and setting out the settings. So that information, and also too, if we find that we're trading the volume trader and someone comes up with an exceptionally good filter that is improving our win rate by 5 or 6% or more, or is giving us an improvement on profit and percentage win, then definitely want to be sharing that information as well. So it's all about just working together to get the best out of what we're doing. So that's kind of a wrap up for me. I've gone the hour. So any questions on that information? Does anybody want me to explain anything that I've covered so far in a little bit more detail? Is everybody kind of clear on what we're looking to do? Because it's I guess the opportunity is that we've got someone like Michael as well, who is very keen to get involved with a group of people to develop up, to continually improve what we're doing. So having actually a designated person who is going to work with us as a group to develop ideas and concepts and strategies is phenomenally good. And if you've ever wondered how good automation is, like, since we've been tracking this automation live, like I've traded the DAX on my account for the last 3 months, trading the pullback strategy and the volume, because they were the two best performers. And I've got to say that my strike rate was around about, as far as execution, about just under about 90, probably about 92, 93%. Some days you just can't get every single trade, particularly if you're trading two strategies. And I found it a little bit frustrating that some days it would be I might miss a trade or two, and other days I would get every single trade. And as you know, you only have to miss one opportunity in the market for that to completely change your results for the week. So this is the thing about mechanical trading, is that, like, I love trading as an exercise. I think it's great, and I'll continue to manually trade. I don't think that automation is the absolute holy grail, but I know that as we move forward as traders, and we get more and more technically advanced, and we get more access to better tools, better resources, better information, and I know that most of us will have some type of automation, and that will improve your trading comprehensively, because I know for me that the automation has done that for me personally, because now I can just have that strategy running. I know I'm not going to miss a trade, as long as I make sure I turn the thing on. Basically, I'm not going to miss any opportunity. It's going to run as it should do. It's going to take every trade, and it's not going to hesitate on execution. So I like that part of it. I definitely think that it doesn't solve the issue. If you're thinking it's a solution to trade psychology, you can still turn it on, turn it off, adjust it, go out of a trade early. So you can still do those things, but the idea is not to do those things and be professional and disciplined enough to be able to say, right, well, I'm happy with my trade plan, and this is where doing the testing, developing it, improving it, looking at it, getting it to a point where you're comfortable with it. That's where you, like you would do with your manual trading, that's where you get to a point where you say, right, well, I'm happy with the way this thing works, so I just let it run. And I don't just leave it and, it's in the corner and I don't look at it. I'm monitoring it. That's the thing. So that's kind of my take on it. As I said before, it just is fantastic as far as just being able to trade different strategies, and the whole concept of hedging and the concept of being able to be long and short the market. Now, we've spoken about how we do that in an account before, I'm pretty sure, but basically the way you do that, and we'll have that in this manual, how to set up a cross-margined account, where what you do is you have one main account with a couple of sub-accounts. Now, some of you are already doing this, I know, but all you're doing is if you're, for example, trading the DAX and it sets a long and a short up on two different strategies, well, each strategy has its own sub-account, and the sub-account is designed to take just that strategy trade. So it goes long, the other strategy sets up a short, it goes short, and away you go. So and what the cross margining, what that does, if you have a cross margin account, it means you have a main account with all your money in it, and that money then is allocated intraday to, not physically allocated, but feeds to the master account. So even if one of your sub accounts gets a little lower than the other one, they all take the value of the master account. So basically, as long as you've got enough money in your master account, it doesn't really matter what happens in your sub accounts, as long as that margin's maintained in the main account. But it just allows you to take long and short trades at the same time, just in different accounts, and you can track your systems independently. And again, we go back to our performance data. We can kind of assess each of the strategies and see how it's performing. So it's a very good way of breaking down your portfolio as well, because each strategy is compartmentalized, so you can see exactly, right, well, this is how it's going in real time, which is how we've set it up. We've set it up on 5 different accounts, so we've got a breakdown on each real-time account on how they're performing. So guys, that's it for me tonight. I just thought I'd give you a heads up. I wanted to present to the mentoring group first before we start the GMT V2 group off, because I wanted to, as I said, extend the invitation to you. So hopefully we'll get a few people who are keen. I know Dave, that's great. So if you are keen to be involved, you don't have to have a mountain of experience. You just have to be prepared to do a little bit of work, have a look at different strategies. So it's also a learning process as well. You'll find that the more you get involved in this type of stuff, the more you'll learn, the more you'll grow and develop, and you'll hear from some very experienced traders as well. So some of the guys who are coming on board with the V2 have got a lot of experience, traded for a number of years, and we're excited that they're actually going to be part of the community. So it's going to be fantastic. So thanks for your time, everyone. Have a great rest of the day. We'll see you in an hour for the live trading. If you are joining us for the live trading, then we're back in this room in in 50 minutes to kick things off. We'll have a little bit of a look. Now, I'm going to take you through yesterday's trades because just phenomenal movement on crude, and that trend trader, it did have a few stop outs, but man, somebody, whether it's myself or someone else, breaks down the Wednesday session. Definitely need to break down the Wednesday session from 10:30 to 11:30 and the afternoon as well, because there are some fantastic opportunities just on that particular market and that strategy. So that's what I'm pretty excited about. So I'm gonna probably won't be able to help myself, and I'll do a little bit of that myself. It shouldn't take too long. So I'll have a look at those numbers. So thanks for your time, everyone. Good, Stephen. Excellent. And we'll catch you later or in about 50 minutes. Cheers.